And for some reason I am... What the hell is going on here? For some reason I am not streaming the way I want to. That's quite annoying. I mean, I guess I can stream vertically, but I don't like that. I'm like crooked the whole time. Here, I might as well do this for now. I don't like this whatsoever. Oh, it like for some reason switched my... What's going on? Sorry, I know I'm shaking this shit all over the place. I mean, I guess I can do it like this. It looks wonky though. I'm not a big fan of this. I should be able to... Hold on a minute. Switch it. I don't know why it switched. I set it up for horizontal, not vertical. But it still went vertical. Friggin' YouTube. But happy Thanksgiving, everyone. How is everybody doing today? Hello, hello, hello. Let's see how he looks in here. Let me get this stuff out. I was customizing earlier and in the midst of shooting a video when I was trying to eat dinner and watch the Chiefs lose to the Cowboys. Happy Thanksgiving to Terry Turner and to Woodman29. How you guys doing? Hello. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I think I might have my mic blocked by the phone area. I mean, I guess I can switch it to my... I can switch it to this. Hold on a minute. I can switch it to my halo light, which might be better for this, but then I won't be able to see the chat. That's the problem. I guess I can kind of see the chat, but this kind of sucks. Not a big fan. There we go. And tilt that down. I'm so far away now. I'm so far away and I'm jiggling everywhere. Jiggle, jiggle. Yeah, it gives me every option to not flip. Yeah, I know. I can't switch it out of portrait mode. That's the problem when I'm in midst of the live stream. But it's all good. We'll just go with it. But yeah, okay. Here we are. We've got some stuff to talk about. I've got a whole bunch of pickups. I'm probably going to rifle through them. But I wanted to see how everybody's doing first. Kind of chat it up. Do I really have friggin' 19 people in here already? Holy shit. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Do it, do it, do it, do it. You know you want to do it, do it. But I was actually in the midst of earlier finishing up on a custom. And trust me, I don't want to be in portrait mode. I set the stream up for horizontal and it still went vertically. I don't know why. And I can't switch it back once you're in stream. So, but I've got a little project going here. And I was almost considering finishing this on stream. But I was shooting a video for it. These are all the pieces. So, where are the legs? What did I do with the legs? The legs, the legs, the legs, the legs. Oh, there's the legs. There we go. That's all of it right there. That's right. Be a jive turkey. That's right. Oh. Even if I swivel the camera, it doesn't work. It'll just stay in vertical mode and just be crooked the whole time. So, let me. I mean, I guess I can do this. Let me fix this. I mean, you guys are gonna jiggle for a minute, but I'm gonna fix it. Make it a little bit better for you guys, so we're not staring in a odd situation here. I just lower this shit down. There's 21 people in here? No way. I call bullshit. There's no way there's 21 people in here. Here we go. There we go. I still can't see what my camera's showing. Oh, it's annoying. I can't see what this looks like. Anyway, so this is going to be Tessic. He is a Jabba's Hutt Palace denizen. I used the Obi-Wan Kenobi Wanderer body, which I got dirt cheap. I did have to Dremel some of this area on him over here. I'm probably not showing it. I can't see what I'm doing on camera because this is a shit show right now. But yeah, I had to Dremel all of this, which took me like, I don't know, maybe 2 minutes to do. And then I painted with a khaki color for the arms. This is all going to be covered, so this is moot. The legs, all I did was kind of just paint the wraps brown. That's it. I got to go over it with another coat because you can see the first coat's coming off. I just painted part of the head. I still have to paint the eyes, so the eyes are unfinished for the head. But the skin tone needs another layer. The teeth need to have a bone color. I'm going to kind of go over it with a little bit of a pink for the mouth. And then probably go over another touch of this with brown. And I got to do 2 more coats of the khaki color on the inside. And then the cape, I cut open and kind of dissected a little bit. And it looks janky right here with all the fraying, but it doesn't matter because the cape is just going to go under here. And it's going to be super glued. And it's going to sit like this underneath. And it's going to be glued all the way up there. So it's going to sit like that for the cape. And then that'll be the cape. I did trim the hood off. So there's the hood. Goodbye. Bye. And then this just kind of sits over the top of this. And this goes on like there. Well, actually, I got to put the skirt on first. So this is how it's going to look. So I might do the final product. I don't know. Let me know if you guys want to. Actually, I can put up a poll if I can reach it. I can't reach it. I'll have to take this off the friggin' thing. This is absolute not the way I wanted to do this today. I'm killing you with my customs. All right. Did my poll not go up? What the frick is going on here? so confused. Is this like an unfinished situation here for putting up polls? Thanks for the likes, guys. I appreciate it. Sorry, I'm trying to put up a poll, but it's like nothing's working right now. I don't know what's going on. This is so annoying. Okay, YouTube, you suck. Done. Put the poll up. Okay, I give up. I was trying to put up a poll, but it gives you like, because I'm doing this on my phone, it gives you the option, but like doesn't allow you to actually put the poll up. This is a shit show today. This is not the way I wanted this to go. I don't know. I might restart the stream because this is a mess. I don't like this situation. I can't see anything. Was that the Real Figure Fan? What's up? How you doing? It's going well. Did everybody have a nice Thanksgiving? Did you eat all the food that you wanted to? I hope you did. I hope you did. So the reason why I had to Dremel this is because I had to get the cuff pieces on, and it does, like I said, everything needs at least 2 more coats of paint. But I figured I'd give you guys a little preview since this is a live stream. So, but this is going to go on like this. Like that. And then, oh, I got to put this piece on. And then this piece is going to cover that, like so. And then this piece is going to go on like that. And then the cape is going to get glued around. So the cape will look like kind of like this. And then I got to put some Mr. Super Clear on it. And I still have to paint the eyes and the teeth and the tongue. But this is kind of how he's going to look when he's done. Like so. And then we got another job as Dennison, which actually he survives. And then here's the hands. I got the hands with this. For some reason, when and this kit is actually recommended to use the Wandering Jedi Obi-Wan Kenobi body. But for some reason, I had to use sticky tack because the hand pegs are a hair too skinny, just a hair. They just wobble a little bit. And this can definitely go in further. I got to trim some of this sticky tack off. There we go. It's too much. But these are how the hands are going to go in. Just like that, nice and smooth. There we go. And then this is going to go on like that. And then there is, like I said, I still have to do like 2 more coats across the board with all of this, and he's not reconnected or anything. But this is going to be Tessic. And I still have to give him a blaster too. But he also comes with multiple hands, which I might give to a different one. I think this kit came with like 6 hands, so 3 pairs of hands, which is nice. But I think that's going to look pretty solid overall. So there's a little glimpse into what I'm been doing all day, pretty much, for the most part. We had a non-traditional Amiga Cami. What's going on? How you doing? Happy Thanksgiving. We had a non-traditional Thanksgiving today. We had homemade spaghetti and meatballs because we actually celebrated Thanksgiving on Sunday because my stepson was going to visit his dad. So So we got recently I got these. I'll just do pickups really quick. But I hope everybody had a nice Thanksgiving, regardless. Lots of mashed potatoes, lots of green beans, potatoes, tomatoes, all that fun stuff. um, so got some pickups that I haven't really talked about. I have not been posting that much lately just because I've been working like 2 jobs lately. So, but I picked up the Sand Trooper, the Night Trooper Zombie. Got him for $12. Got him for 18. And I also picked up this dude off of the Amazon. I think this was the Walmart exclusive at one point, but he's on Amazon. You can pick him up. What else? Some Black Series stuff recently, but I did get Barasafi and Obi-Wan Kenobi. And I got some other stuff too. It's not all Black Series. But these were some holes that needed to be filled. And a Nakin. Nakin. And you guys already saw that. I got the Temple Guard also. Where can I put him that he'll be seen? There's a Temple Guard. And I think that's it for Black Series. I'm looking around to see if I left anything out. I don't think so. Nope. I do have a pile of loot that's been kind of hanging out. Lots of figures in my pile of loot. I think there's like 20 figures in my pile of loot that I just have not shipped. I think I'm up on like 5 days before I have to ship like at least 2 of them. So I might ship it in December before the whole holiday halt shipping fiasco happens. Amiga Cami says, excuse me, I'm Australian, so it's just a regular day here. Although a foreign tourist was eaten by one of our sharks. Oh, God. Dude, so sharks, I have 2 fears in this world. One is going to prison, which I think that would be a fear across the board for everybody. Nobody wants to go to prison. And then 2 is sharks. So, yeah, that is awful. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah. I don't like anything that can eat me. I don't want to be eaten. So, yeah, that is awful, Cammy. But yeah, that's crazy. What kind of shark was it? Was it like a mako? Was it a bull shark? Usually it's bull sharks that attack the most. I know you guys have great whites down there. So I think you guys have makos. Makos usually aren't big attackers, though. They're the cheetah of the sea, but they're not like huge attackers. Yeah, it was a bull shark. Okay, yeah, that's what I figured. Bull sharks are always the most aggressive because they're super stupid, and they're like, "Oh, I'll bite into this thing and see if, and I'll just come back and take another bite, and then I'll come back and take another bite, and then, by the time they've taken a bite, then 2 other bull sharks come around, then they take a bite, and then, there's nothing left." So as far as yeah, that sucks. That sucks. But yeah, that's good. That's good. Good to see you here. I'm glad you're here. Oh yeah, that's right. You guys don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Regular day there. That's right. Yeah. I guess I shouldn't assume that everybody is from the US watching, I guess. Because I do have some Canadian viewers also. So, but happy another day to you. It is wonderful to be alive for another day, But yeah, so these are the Black Series figures I got pretty much. So I'll get them out of the way. And then we'll get them out of there. I am probably going to do a video of Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin. I don't know if I'm going to get to the rest of these. I might lump them all in one video just to make it easier. And 3 out of the 4 out of that, or no, 4 out of the 5 of them are army builders anyway. So I might just lump them all into one video and call it a day. But yeah, there they are. And I got them all. They were all discounted, so they were all discounted, which is nice. It's good to find a deal. At least even if it's just a couple bucks off. So that's nice. Yeah. Cheers to you too. Cheers to you too. The next figure I picked up was the Mezco 112 scale Red Hood, which this is a really nice figure. I do have a couple gripes with it. I do plan on doing a full review of this guy, so stay tuned for that. But I want to say first reactions were I kind of wish that he came with a fully unmasked head. He comes with like this battle damaged helmet, which is fine and all, but I kind of wish that he actually came with the full unmasked head. And then the other issue I kind of have with this guy is that he's not really all that posable, which is unfortunate. Like the pants are so tight at the crotch area, and they're just so tight on the figure. Like he's got super duper tight pants, which is fine. It's form fitting. Aesthetically, it looks great, but I gotta say that the it's so tight that he can't even do like this is as far as he can get with a kick. Like that's it. Like he's a martial artist. Like he should be able to do a whole lot more. He can't kick any far forward than this. Like that's pretty bad. So he's kind of a staction figure, and even it bends at the elbows because it does have 2 layers of soft goods. Like he can only get to there. And for a figure that's well over $100, I would expect a little bit more, better engineering than this. But, I don't know. Aesthetically, like I said, he looks fantastic. I mean, you look at the figure, look at the head sculpt. It looks great for a helmeted head, Definitely should have came with an unmasked head. Yeah, I agree, Woodman. He should have came with one. So that's unfortunate. But there's a full 360 look at him. I gotta fix his belt. He's got like poopy pants right now. He's got a big dump in his pants. There we go. That's better. I got a big dump in your pants. Holsters work fine. Guns, nice. I believe he does come with a rifle also, which is kind of reminiscent to Arkham Knight. But yeah, I don't know. I guess, for the price, if this was $70, $80, I'd be like, yeah, I could, that's fine. That's a trade-off, but over $110, I think it was like $112 or something like that. I expect a little bit better quality than just, you can just stand there and look opposing. Like that's, no, sorry. But I am happy to have him because I am a big Jason Todd Red Hood fan, so that's a plus, and he'll go with my Bat family because I do have, what was it? I'm passing on Damien because I can't stand that character, but I am going to get, I do have, Nightwing on pre-order. So there is, I'll just leave him in the background. How's that? There is Red Hood, and like you can pose him like a little bit, but it's just not. It's not what you want, for what you're paying for. I don't think you're necessarily getting what you want. If that makes sense. All right, there we go. That might be a little bit better. So that's unfortunate and annoying, quite annoying. So I'll put you over there. Next one I got was, and I got him a while ago during that whole 4 Horsemen sale. So yeah, I believe this is Awale, or I can't remember his name offhand. Jesus. And I don't have my iPad here. What is your name? I can't remember. Where's your I should have his box here. I might have chucked it, actually. I think I chucked it. Awesome. I can never stand the Damien figure either. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a on a character from a character standpoint, I'm just not a big fan of him. But the figure, yeah, like I said, I heard there's a lot of gripes with the figure too, which is unfortunate because I still want people to have a nice figure, regardless of whether I don't really care for the character or not. So that is unfortunate. Mezco has slightly been slipping. Like the prices keep going up, but the quality stays the same or gets slightly worse. So I don't know. A lot of people really love Mezco, and while, like I said, I want to say those 3 Batman figures that they came out with, the Ascending Knight, Sovereign Knight, and what was the other one? The third one, the Old Man one. Anyway, those 3. Those 3 were, I think, the pinnacle of Mezco, and then I think it started slowly kind of going down. Their Rumble Society stuff is a lot of fun. I like their Rumble Society stuff. But I don't know. For some reason with their figures, like I feel like I'm never getting the quality that I should be getting for the price that I'm paying. But and his ankles kind of suck. That's the other problem. I will say the Woodman says, I will say the Mezco Dick Tracy set has some amazing soft goods. Oh yeah, they do a lot of good stuff with soft goods. Like I don't have a problem with his soft goods, other than the fact that it hinders so badly that he can't do any martial arts like kicks. He doesn't have great range of motion, flexibility as far as the figure would go, and he's got to be able to like throw punches and kicks and stuff and look natural. And it just looks like he's like a paraplegic or something. I don't know, like he can't move. So I don't know. That's kind of and then the weird ankle situation. Like there's a pivot there, but it's not like it's like super hindered. Like I can't do more than this in the ankle. That's kind of trash. I don't know. I don't know. I still don't know how I feel about this. That's kind of why I've been waiting. I was initially going to do the review the day I got this, and then I was like, well, let's settle down a little bit because I was pretty high on it. And I was like, I need to settle down on it. I need to get more perspective. So I waited a little bit, and I was like, yeah, he's just not that fun to play. I actually find myself playing with this guy more than I do this guy. This guy rarely leaves my hand, man. And that is, what you call it? Gaspar the Unamused. He's essentially like an orc monk, and he comes with like wired soft goods robe underneath robe piece 2, which is separated. So these are separate pieces you can take off. And he comes with like the monk beads and the wraps around the ankles. And he's essentially on like a naked body, which is cool. Comes with a staff, actual real chained nunchucks. I am a big advocate for this figure. I think he is very well done. And I think you can get him on Four Horsemen's website. He might still be up. I'm not sure if they're still doing the sale or not. But he's a solid, awesome figure, and he actually can pose way better than him. Where a lot of Four Horsemen figures cannot really pose all that well. They can pose like adequately, but he poses far better than him. Now, granted, the soft goods are a completely different style. Like he's a monk, and he's got a naked body underneath here, so it's going to be a lot easier for him to pose. So maybe that's kind of a bad comparison, but where there's a will, there's a way, that's what they say. So I don't know, but this guy's great. Yeah, you should go get him. I've been talking about him for months now. So, um, but he is really cool. Zenday, that's his name. Zenday. I just remembered. It just popped in my head. Zenday is really awesome. I love the soft goods on him. It looks fantastic. The multiple head sculpts you get, the wired cape, wired hood helps a lot. He's on the Bardrick body, so that's really good. I love his staff. It looks really cool, very unique for him. I got him with the powered up head right now. He's got a kind of more tamed body head or body head. I don't know what that means, but it looks really good. I like the, he comes with 2 different types of like spell casting. Like there's a smaller one and a larger one. I went with the larger one because it looked better. But yeah, this is a fun figure. I would definitely highly recommend picking him up. The paint apps also, just even on the staff itself, there's like a lot of black shading and shadowing going on with it, and it really does pull out a ton of the sculpt. So it's really, really well done. But yeah, Zenday, Zende. That's how you spell his name, Zenday. He's pretty awesome. And there's the back. Really cool. I like this guy a lot, quite a bit. Sorry about that. At the end of the year, he may or may not be on my list. I don't know. But these are just some of the figures that I really have been liking lately. Like I said, I still have gripes with him, but we'll get to that in the review. The next figure, which I was super pleasantly surprised with, and I initially was going to get it, then I was like, no, I'll pass on that. Because with this toy line specifically, I really have taken a huge back step, because I'm just like, yeah, I have what I want, and I don't need anything else from this line at all whatsoever. Maybe there's like a couple holes here and there if I, eventually got to it. But I ended up pulling the trigger and getting the Gamerverse Wolverine. And I'm kind of glad I did, because this is actually, I think, the best Wolverine they've ever made. I know a lot of people say that. They're like, oh, this is the definitive whatever and blah, blah, blah. But I really do think that this guy is fantastic. They re-engineered the entire body. It's an all-new body. The obnoxiousness of the boots and the head mask is very 90s. Obviously, it's supposed to be, the whole it's supposed to be the same sprite from the video game, which is pretty cool. I was never a huge, like, really big into fighting games. Like, I had a few, like Children of the Atom and obviously Mortal Kombat 2, I believe. The first Mortal Kombat I think I had, and Street Fighter 2 Turbo, and that was about it. I didn't really get a whole lot of fighting games back in the day, but no, I think I had Tekken. I think I had Tekken 2. I didn't get the first one. But anyway, this is, like I said, I don't really buy Marvel Legends anymore, but this was, I guess, kind of an exception. I really hated, I think that's what stopped me from buying it initially. I hated the fact that he came in a hostage pack with a figure that I already had, and not really any changes, or very minimal changes, were made to Silver Samurai, and I don't really care about Silver Samurai all that much. But this figure is so fun to pose. Like, I've been messing around with this guy all friggin' week long, and I can't help it. The obnoxiousness of how long the claws are, and just, I don't know, just a lot of stuff about this figure. Like the ball jointed, or the hinged head, is really nice to have, and you got to have that with Wolverine. But what I really think this huge selling point with this figure is the fact that he's got this diaphragm joint with the waist swivel. And the biggest selling point, I think, for me with range of motion, articulation, the biggest one is the arms. They got the perfect, I think, recipe for the arms. It's a bicep swivel with a bend and a swivel at the elbow. For Wolverine specifically, you need that because he needs to get into these kind of like crazy, like sometimes acrobatic poses where he's like flipping from behind and trying to slice somebody, and you can't really get the um the right kind of slicing motion with only the bicep swivel. Or if you want to kind of have him like, you know, kind of hunched forward, kind of like leaning forward like this, you need that elbow swivel to make it look kind of like normal, you know? Let me get him into something here. But he is so fun to pose. Um, but yeah, having this elbow with the bicep swivel right there, and then the elbow swivel there, like a Black Series figure, helps hugely, hugely. So there we go. And then we can really get him kind of slicing. You know, like it looks pretty awesome. The huge shoulder pads look sick. I love them. You know, and you can get him into the charging or diving Wolverine pose. You know, let's get that knee bent, that knee straight. And you want it to look natural. So you want it to like bend that, get this head all the way up, arches back a little bit like this, like he's really flying at you. You know. Yeah, I'm a huge fan. I just wish that this was single carded and not in a 2-pack that you're forced to buy another figure in that you necessarily maybe not don't want. The extra stuff, accoutrement that it comes with, it's nice and all. Obviously, it's like I said, it's meant for the video game. I totally get that, but I don't know how much I'm going to use it. So it's very kind of meant for the video game aesthetic. I really only collect like comic book stuff. I don't collect movie figures and stuff like that. I'll collect video game figures, but not for like Marvel stuff. So, but yeah, he's a lot of fun to play with. I would recommend if you can get him loose, get him loose. But yeah, he looks great. I love these extra long claws. They look so good. All right, let me catch up on the comments here. Amiga Cami says, "Yay, looks great." I would agree. Oops, there he goes. Got to build my building there. There we go. Start from the foundation. Great articulation, compact poses. Yeah, definitely compact poses. Like I'll show you how compact he can get. Like he can really, really get there. And having this abdomen with this waist swivel actually does pivot too, so you can really crunch him in and then really get the head up, and you can really get him like feral predator, or I almost said predator, feral Wolverine hunching, you know, almost like Blanca, you know. Let's get that swiveled a little bit. My table is a little uneven because of this display set, but you get the drift. I'm going to lower this down a little bit more so we're not looking so oddly right now. This should help quite a bit. There we go. There, that should be a little bit better. But yeah, you can really, I mean, you can really get him crouched. And the butterfly joints are really fluid on him. It's so good. It's so good. Another candidate that could be on my list at the end of the year, but you know, end of the year's not here yet. So there could be other figures that take the place or whatever, but he is awesome. And I'm not even really that big of a Wolverine fan. I mean, I like him, but I'm not like, oh my god, I only collect Wolverines, you know. Compact poses like Spider-Man. Yeah, you could definitely get close to it. Yeah, I would say. This almost does feel like it would be. I wouldn't be shocked if like later on they release this as like an Ultimates version down the road or some sort of variation of this Wolverine as an Ultimate, with a bunch of stuff, you know. I don't know. I didn't really talk about this set. We're gonna switch gears to Classified real quick, but I did get this like a while ago. I'm gonna say almost like 2 months ago, and I just never talked about it for some reason. Um, so I figured why not talk about it. I might have talked about it in a stream, maybe this set, but recently I haven't really chatted about it. This is the Sergeant Slaughter Mercer 2-pack, which I think is actually a really nice set. I wasn't too keen on getting another Sergeant Slaughter, but then when I saw the different fatigues and stuff like that, and the fact that it looked like he was coming from his original vintage style figure from, I think the what was it, the not the I keep wanting to say the Wolverine. It wasn't the Wolverine, it was the Warthog. Was it the Warthog? I think I own it. It's like the submergible almost vehicle that's kind of looks like a tank. I think it's got like tusks on the front or on the sides of the. I think it's the Is it the Warthog? I think it is. Yeah, it is the Warthog. Okay. But yeah, this is the figure that initially was designed and came with the Warthog. But he's pretty cool. I like this new grenade launcher that they gave him. Obviously the bandoleer's got to be there for the original look. I like the fact that we got an extra head with the whistle in there in his mouth. That's pretty cool. And then it kind of hangs. And then the glasses are really nice. He does come with a different head sculpt, a different hat. I believe he comes with his Marine hat and his drill instructor hat, and then the aviators. So that's pretty cool. And a knife and new belt. So there's a lot of new sculpting on him. And he comes with his big old Dirty Harry. I'm not sure if it's 357 officially, but yeah, he's really nice. He's actually a really nice figure. He's on a different body. I believe he's on what body is he on? I think he's on the heavy duty body for the most part. There are differences between him and heavy duty, but Mercer, on the other hand, like I said, a lot of people were kind of complaining that this guy was too small. I think it's all kind of up to interpretation for the most part. He should be a little bit taller, I think closer to Sarge, but I don't think it's like the biggest dispute to make. He does come with, I believe, 2 new weapons. I haven't seen this rifle before. He does come with a pistol and a few different other accessories. He does have some tattoos over here and here, and he's got this little I don't know, belt wrapped around his bicep. But there's some reused parts here from obviously the Viper, which makes sense because he used to be a former Viper. So there you go. But this is actually a really nice set. I think it's maybe underwhelmed people a little bit when it came out. But if you're trying to build up the Slaughters Marauders, you're going to want to pick them up. So, or the Renegades, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, pretty cool set. I would definitely recommend picking it up. There's a bunch of sales going on too right now. Obviously, Black Friday is tomorrow, so that's going to be a big deal for a lot of people. There's not too many deals. I feel like the deals haven't been that great the last couple of years with Black Friday. I feel like it's kind of like stuff that's already been discounted. They're just discounting even more. And I'm just like, yeah, that's not really a deal. Like, you're not getting a deal. You're not really getting a great, huge deal. Next figure I did pick up, which is really, I'm really been pleased with this a lot of very much, is this 1000 Toys knockoff of Master Chief. This is actually a really well built figure. It feels premium. Comes with a bunch of different hands. Comes with a energy blade, a bunch of stuff, and it feels premium. Like, it's got weight to it, but not like too much weight where you're like, okay, they overdid it. But it feels premium. It doesn't feel like cheap crap plastic. It feels like it would be like a straight up what it's supposed to be, a clone of 1000 Toys. I wasn't really all that impressed with 1000 Toys price. I think they are highly overpriced. I'm not a big fan of toys that are $170 for a 112 scale figure. I just not a fan of that at all whatsoever. I think that's excessive. I mean, that's you're getting into the territory. I know Hot Toys figures are like $300, but you're telling me this is worth more than a Mezco that comes with soft goods. Like that it's more than a Mezco. Like, I just don't agree with that. So this was $20. I got this for $20 on eBay. And I also got some of Noble Team. I think I got like half of Noble Team. I got Noble 6, I got Emil, and I got who did I get? Noble 6, Emil, and June. And they're all knockoffs as well. Normally I don't usually like I don't really dive into knockoffs that much as I used to, but I don't know. I wanted to just say, screw it. Worst case scenario, if it falls apart, breaks, whatever, it was a $20 figure. It's not the end of the world, but if I get 1000 Toys figure and it falls apart or breaks or whatever, then I'm going to be really, really pissed. So I always told myself when it came to that company, I was like, yeah, no, thank you. And then when these started popping up, I was like, yeah, please, thank you. I don't have any quality control issues with him. I want to say if I really have to point something out, it's the fact that maybe the wrists were a little bit like hair, have a tendency to want to pop out a little bit. But it's not as bad. Now, sometimes when people say stuff like that, they're like, oh God, I'm not getting it. The hands probably pop off all the time. They don't. Like, you can see that I'm moving the hand right here and it's stuck into place. Like, if it falls out, then I'll be like, okay, yeah, well, maybe there's a problem. But as you can see, I've got him looking down the sights. It is kind of hindered what he can do. But then again, so was the 1000 Toys. It's not generally the most ambitious figure when it comes to range of motion. So it's good range of motion, but it's not the best range of motion I've ever seen. So he can still do what he needs to do. He can look down the sights and everything. There's no problem. He can shoulder the rifle a lot better than some other figures can. And he's generally just a lot of fun to pose and have fun with. I don't know what else to say here. I think I'm just kind of repeating myself at this point. But yeah, he's a great figure. I definitely would say if you are looking for a really good Master Chief and you don't want to pay an arm and a leg or a kidney for from 1,000 Toys, just get this knockoff off of. You can find it on eBay. You can find it on AliExpress. If you don't want to go on AliExpress, go on eBay. I'm not sure if they have them on Amazon. I don't think they do. They may. I don't know. You'll have to search for that one. I haven't checked. But this is just one of those figures where it goes to show you that you don't have to spend so much to get still a high quality figure. I think I have the only issues I have with the others. I have no issues with him. The issues I have with some of the others is that the feet are kind of loose in the toe joint. But I'm just going to glue the toe joint. And I'm going to fix the ankle on June, which he's kind of got a loose ankle on the one side. I think it's on his right side. So that's really the only issues I have with the others. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. No breakage issues with any of them. I have seen reviews ahead of time before I did purchase this and the others to see what issues there would be, because they are knockoffs at the end of the day. And no toy is perfect. And really, mostly it was just loose joints. Loose joints, stuff popping off, stuff being backwards. Like when I got a meal, his knife was backwards, and all I had to do was twist it around, and it was fine. So, but yeah, look into them. It's all the knockoff versions of the 1,000 Toys Halo figures. So, so that's that as far as that goes. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I might have put stuff in my other room to make room for other stuff I was trying to play around with. Let me go check really quick. I might have put stuff away. All right, I'm back. Okay, I'm back. All right, so next up, I did get this initially when Preternia, because I follow Preternia online or on Instagram, and I would definitely highly recommend following him because they post stuff that's in stock all the time through your messenger, and he usually does get a leg up on people. So go follow Preternia. I don't know the guy. He doesn't know me. But I just thought to help you guys out, if you're looking for something, go follow him. Picked Steeler and Short Fuse up. The 2-pack from, I want to say the elusive 2-pack that was initially on Hasbro Pulse and then Target.com. Sold out all over, I want to say almost instantly on Hasbro Pulse, as usual. Per usual. I don't know, that website is absolutely useless. And then Target, it sold out, then came back into stock, and then sold out again, then came back into stock. It was all over the place. It was like bipolar. Initially, I told myself that, I was like, I might pass on the OG 13. Like, I didn't like the fact that they put Hawk in a hostage pack with a missile system that I already have for the HISS tank. That really kind of ticked me off a little bit. So I might buy him loose. But Short Fuse, like I said, we don't have a Short Fuse figure. And I feel like if you were to pass on this set, I don't know if they're going to re-release Short Fuse. I doubt it. And I think he's very unique. And then Steeler, I've always liked Steeler. This clearly states that I don't think we're getting a Mobat unless they do a HasLab for a Mobat. Maybe they'll do a different version of him. Maybe like his tan version of Steeler. But all signs kind of are hinting towards, yeah, we're going to skip the Mobat. So that's a shame because I really wanted a Mobat. Even though I don't have room for shit, I still wanted a Mobat. So the Steeler figure is really nice, though. It does come with a Hush Puppy, which can be stored right here. Comes with a knife right here on his drop down. And then he comes with a removable pistol right here, which also can use the Hush Puppy. And I just think this is a really nice rig for him. The Uzi can be stored right into this side pouch right there. The helmet is removable, and he also comes with a pair of sunglasses. So if you want to just, remove the helmet, put some sunglasses on him, you can do that. If I can get the damn helmet off his head, good lord. But here's what he looks like without the helmet on. I think it looks great. From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Scalpers doing what they do best. Buy them up and then sell them on eBay for a higher price. Oh, yeah, that's just, they're always going to do that. They're never going to stop doing that. I mean, I remember at one point a few years ago, there were people fist fighting over Pokemon cards. Like you can't stop lame people from being lame, You just can't. They're just going to continue to do the thing. I want to say for the most part, these guys are on older bodies because he's got this old ab crunch here. So does he. And the boots look very familiar. They're not the Stalker boots. Those are the Stalker boots. But I have seen these boots multiple times before, so. But I like also that the visor, you can lift it up. But I've always liked Steeler's look. Like, he's always got this, it's very unique visor, very unique helmet. There's something about Steeler that, I don't know, I've always liked the look of him. That and the Mobat was always my favorite tank. So, and then Short Fuse, really cool. His visor also goes up. He's got a microphone too, which is really cool. Take the helmet off, and he's got this blonde comb over. I think that looks really good. Really nice head sculpt on him and Steeler. Very unique for the characters themselves. And then his mortar can be stored on his backpack here, which is really, really nice. He does come with a trench tool as well, but I couldn't find any place to store the trench tool, so I just kind of put it in a bag. He also does come with reused weaponry, which I'm not going to give him from Outback, which I wasn't... Not Outback. Well, he does use the pistol from Outback, but he uses the rifle from Recondo, and I'm like, yeah, that's too kind of iconic for Recondo. I just can't give him that. So I have so many weapons. Actually, you know what? I might have some weapons here. Let's see if I can find him a good weapon. And I feel like Short Fuse wouldn't have a big old rifle. I feel like he would have possibly a submachine gun. Something that's maneuverable because he's got this big old thing hanging on his back. Maybe something like this. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. Do you guys prefer him with a rifle or a submachine gun? Or I could be funny and give him this. I feel like that's something Steeler would have. He would have this rifle. I can give him a Tommy gun. No, I can't do that. That's just silly. But yeah, I give him this helmet. This weird freebie gridiron helmet that Gridiron sent me once. I don't know what to do with this thing. Haven't figured that one out. Yeah, I think I'll stick with that submachine gun because the rest of these are kind of like, eh. But yeah, let me know in the comments below. Do you guys prefer him with a submachine gun or a rifle? Come on. There we go. I think I prefer him with a submachine gun. Oh my good lord. Why is your hand so tight, bro? Good lord. Chill out. Good grief. Okay, I'm going to do this off camera because it's just... Grind me up a wall now, Billy. There we go. His hand is like shaped weird. It's like it's shaped for a smaller stock. Now this is a Hasbro gun that I'm giving him because it's from the it's an extra one I had from the 50th anniversary scuba diver. So it was not wanting to fit in this hand. I think these are the gloves from Grunt. I think a lot of this body is from Grunt. Good God, this belt is just the shits right now. And then the legs, I think, are from Stalker. Boots are from Stalker. A lot of this stuff is actually Stalker's body. They love reusing the Stalker body, and it's kind of outdated. I'm just going to be honest here with you guys. That's my opinion. But he does come with some new accoutrement. He comes with a new belt, a new side holster, a new holster on the side, new harness, backpack, obviously the mortar. I don't know if the boot knife is new. I doubt it, probably. But yeah, I think he's a solid figure with a lot of reuse. They both kind of are. I don't necessarily remember somebody having this upper torso. But let me know in the comments below if it is reused. But I don't think it is. He is a little bit back heavy due to the backpacks. You kind of have to lean him forward a hair. Machine gun and machine gun, says Woodman and Terry. Okay. I would tend to agree with that. I think for now this will be the placeholder until I find something a little bit more unique for him. But then again, this is not a fashion show. It's whatever that gets the job done, right? That's kind of the point. I did finish shooting a video, a Cosmic Legion custom video. That is probably next up. I just have to finish editing it. There shouldn't be, I think there's maybe like 10, 15 minutes left of editing on that. And then I'm going to have that, what you call it, the Black Series custom that I had, that I showed you guys earlier. And then, I don't know what, I'll probably do Obi-Wan and Anakin after that. And Mezco Red Hood. And I am so backlogged with stuff, and this is what happens is I forget about stuff. And then I get something new in, and I'm like, oh, I should do this review. And then I'm like, hey, dummy, you didn't do the other reviews that you told people you were going to do. And then I lose track of stuff. And yeah, so it's a, it's a whirlwind, my brain. And hopefully next time this camera situation won't be an issue. But I want to say for now, these are probably the figures that I've been most excited for. And let me try and get everybody in the shot here. You're going to lean forward, so I'll put you over there. I'll put you there. Are you going to fall? You want to fall. You are rocking and want to fall. There we go. Here's another custom I've been working on. I don't know if I showed you guys this, but it's another Cosmic Legion. A lot of new pieces on him. The belt, the helmet, the chest piece, the pauldrons, the boots. Not the feet, but just the boots. That's reused. That's reused. That's reused. I think the gauntlets are also new. Hands are reused. So I want to say 65% of this thing is all original, except for the arms here, hands, feet, and thighs. That's it. So this is still a work in progress, though. I'm not done with this. There's a lot more paint that's got to go on this and a whole bunch of other stuff. So, but this is the, I want to say, still work in progress. So there's that. Oh, and the gun is original as well. So there we go with that. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, I did pick up these two for customs. I already have all 3 Indiana Jones figures, one from each movie, from Raiders, from Temple of Doom, and from Last Crusade. And those are on my display shelf. This is an extra one from Raiders because I need to use this base body for a Black Series custom. So we'll be doing that in the future. And if you can guess what character I'm going to do using this body, maybe I'll give you a prize. Maybe I'll give you a free figure. If you can guess it. I'll give you a clue. It's a character from the original trilogy. If you can guess it, you get a free figure. She's going to be another character. I'm going to use a lot of pieces on her, not a lot. I'm going to switch out the arms. I'm going to keep as much as I can from the lower body. The lower body is really what I want to use. But if you can guess what she's going to be used for, let me know in the comments below. And maybe I'll give you a prize too. So there you go. There you go with that. I think that's it. I already did my review of the Best Spin dual set. That was up. I did that one live because I wanted to get out that as fast as possible because that was one of my most highly anticipated things from the Black Series this year. I'm trying to think what else. I do have some custom pieces I can show you guys that I have thus far. So I do have these pieces. Some are Cosmic Legion stuff. Some are Black Series stuff. For the most part, most of my customs are going to be like Cosmic Legions and Star Wars. I do dabble in some other customs like I think I've only done like one classified custom, or maybe 2. And then I'm trying to think what else. Oh, I've mostly done like 3 3/4 inch. I did a whole series on that, which I don't think I'm going to be revisiting. But there's the first piece right there. Whoa, somebody's falling. There's the second piece right there, a little head, and there's another little head. And then there's a screaming Shawn Michaels. Oh, and a little update, I finally got my back adapter. I finally got the back adapter for, not Velok, with his wife's name. I can't remember her name offhand. But I finally got her back adapter so I can put her backpack on her back. And I just got it like maybe 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. It was like what, over, I want to say 2 months ago I got these figures maybe. So it took about 2 months for them to give me a little piece, but they did it. At least they didn't tell me to go fly a kite like they did some other people. Oh, and I'm also going to be using this guy for a custom as well. You can't even see him because he's off camera. Great job. This Migs Mayfield body. Nate Drake from Uncharted. No, so it's gonna. These are all gonna be Black Series customs. These will all be Star Wars themed. I'm trying to see what else. The cool thing about also getting the new Sand Troopers is that you get the RT rifle, or I should say assault rifle, or heavy machine gun, I should say, which is a welcomed piece. I might have to get another one of the Sand Troopers just to get that. What other pieces do I have? I have something else in here. Oh, here's all the extra hands, and I also have, which this guy is not related in any way to what I'm going to be doing up here with those. But I did get a freebie from the seller of the kit for Tessic. He gave me this guy, which is a Cantina member with the head and neck piece. I can't remember his name offhand. I think it's some like weird name. I think I actually have his 3 3/4 inch figure because I want to say 90% of the Cantina members in 3 3/4 inch back when I was collecting that. I still have them, but pretty cool sculpt. It was nice that he just kind of threw this in for free. Very nice. I think it was I got that kit from Scoundrel Stock on Etsy. So if you guys want to check him out, want to do some customs of your own, you can. But pretty cool that the neck piece has the ball joint right here. It is a little loose, but you can use some sticky tack on it. And my dog's barking. It's my Great Pyrenees. He likes to bark a lot. And now there's my Great Dane barking. It's time to bark. It's barking time. 9:17 at night. Barking time. So there's that. So I'll be making this figure. I'm trying to figure out if I want to use this extra Bib Fortuna body for the base, because I could trim all of this neck out, and I've already started to trim this out because initially I was going to use this for Tessic, and then I changed my mind. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry. Sorry. He needed somebody's at my house. Okay. I will be right back. Apparently, I have to go check that. You expecting somebody? All right, sorry about that, guys. Sorry, bumping in stuff. Yeah, that was unexpected. I just. All right, somebody's at my door. Was not expecting that. We don't get people at my door usually, especially people that ring the doorbell at 9:20 at night. So, but yeah. Anyway, so initially I was going to use this for the Tessic body, but then I was like, no, it's still way too skinny and kind of. I would have had to really I guess, customize a lot of this and cut into him a lot to get what I wanted. But it was I think a solid base for the concept because he does already have the silver gauntlets. This kind of chest piece I was going to resculpt into something like this before I saw the kit because it's kind of similar. And then, whoa, I'm just bumping in there. This is a shit show right now. Shit show. Anyway. But I guess I could Dremel all this out and I could put the neckline right there. And then this way the head would sit right around here. And when I Dremel this in, I would really go in. Almost all the way down to where the neckline meets the shirt. And then plop that in, cut this out a little bit, and have it sitting like this. So then the head sits on there like that. And this is about where it would be. So I'm considering it just because I don't know what else I'm going to use this body for. So we'll figure that out. Here's the chest piece that I got for another character that I'm in the midst of creating for Cosmic Legion. Here's a head that might be used with or without this body. I still have to trim all these off, which I can do right now if I wanted to. There we go. Adios. Adios. Muchacho. And then there's also this other head I got, which looks horrifying. It's like a helmeted head with like teeth and the eyes are kind of blocked. Looks crazy. Crazy, but that's what the head looks like on the torso. And then this head I'll probably have to Dremel out a little bit more just to make a little bit room, or I can just kind of file this down a little bit around the sides. But the head still does fit on there nicely. And I think this might be the head that goes on this torso. But I really like this head quite a bit. So, but yeah, that is, I think, it. And then here's the extra hands I got for Tessic. He's got a whole bunch of extra hands. And I do have an extra head, which is probably not here. It should be in the box. Where is it? There it is. Which I did have for this custom initially. It's like a random character I made. But I was going to make him like a kind of like a Jabba's all original character enforcer that I did paint. I believe I painted the boots. I painted the shirt. This is kind of a combination of Book of Boba Fett and what you call it? This dude. I can't think of his name all of a sudden. I'm having like a stroke. I'm gonna catch the rest of the stream tomorrow, buddy. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Have a great evening. You too, bud. I don't think I'm gonna be on much longer. I'm just kind of about to wrap it up, but I'm just kind of showing off some concepts and stuff. But thanks for hanging out, women. I appreciate you, bud. I hope you had a nice Thanksgiving, and I hope you have a nice day tomorrow. So I might just swap out the hands and put the Tessic hands on here, paint the Tessic hands up, and pop those in. And then that'll kind of finish off this character, which this head sculpt does differentiate from the other head, which I'm working on, which this is kind of like a relaxed look, and this is kind of like the more classic look. So yeah, there's a difference between those two. And I might, like I said, I might just swap out those hands and fix that up and call that quits. I keep bumping into the camera today. My God. I'm really sorry. Anyway, I'm getting tired. I'm not paying attention and I'm bumping into things. So I will call it a day here. I hope you guys enjoyed this random stream of me just showing figures and talking about them and giving you my piece on them. So thank you to everybody who hung out. Thank you to everyone, including Woodman and Terry Turner. Thank you guys also for modding. I appreciate you guys. Thank you also to Amiga Cami. Thank you for hanging out. I know there is a time difference. I think you guys are like way ahead of us. The Real Figure Fan, thanks for hanging out, man. I appreciate you, brother. Hope you guys have a great holiday, Thanksgiving, or if you're from Australia, a regular nice day. But yeah, appreciate you all. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. As always, sorry for the janky shit going on with this stream and being vertical the whole time and not being horizontal. It's weird. I never go vertical on any of my live streams. But I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving and happy regular nice day to you. Other than that, that's pretty much it for me. And I'll see you guys on the flip side.